What's going on, guys? So we are back in the 2019 Chevy Trail Boss LT, and I've been in this truck now for about 4 days, and I wanted to give you kind of an overview of what I like about this truck as well as things that I think could be a little better. So hang tight, I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I've had an opportunity to spend a good amount of time in this truck, as well as the GMC AT4 package truck that I drove before this one, I can tell you some things that I love about this truck and some things that I think could be improved a little bit. First of all, I absolutely love the look of the truck. I love the aggressive nature. The Trail Boss package really gives this truck a nice premium look in terms of off-road prowess. It definitely looks as if it could really tackle just about anything. What I would really like to see is running boards. Now, I know they're optional and this specific truck didn't come with them. However, running boards on these new trucks are pretty much a requirement because the step up to get into them is so much taller than it's ever been in trucks. So I do like the truck. I like the overall layout. It's just kind of hard to get into it, especially every day. If I got this truck, that would probably be one of the first things I added to it. Secondly, I like the bench seat area up front. I think it's comfortable. I think it's nice, but I do miss having a full center console. I do wish that the center console was in this truck. Now, that's just a personal preference. A lot of folks really like this full bench seat up front. You can seat an extra person if you need to, and it also gives you some room on the floor as well, especially if you carry like a work bag or something with you that you might need to set there. Plus, there's plenty of storage in the back of the seat as well as underneath the seat, so that's not that big of a deal. Now, something I really like about this truck is the driver's side rear view mirror. I wish that the passenger side had a spot mirror just like the driver's side does, because the spot mirror really makes it a lot easier whenever you're changing lanes or you're switching, because this truck, again, is pretty large and sometimes you can't always tell if you have somebody in your passenger side blind spot. I like the fact that the driver's seat is power. I wish the passenger seat was, but again, that was simply because of how this specific truck was spec'd out. But I wish the driver's seat had a few more controls to it. I don't feel as if the front of the cushion kind of tilts up enough, and I wish I had control to do that. And I think that that would just be a good feature to have included in the truck. Now, in terms of leather versus a cloth interior, this truck having a cloth interior, I have kind of grown to enjoy a cloth interior when it's over 100 degrees outside. Because when you get inside of the truck, it doesn't feel scorching hot. It doesn't feel like you need to actually have your body cool the seat down before the air conditioning does. Now, in terms of the ride, when you hop out of this truck and you hop into another half-ton that has road tires on it, it does ride smoother. This truck with these Goodyear Wrangler tires does have a little bit of an aggressive ride to it, but it's not enough to really take away from anything. It's just kind of personal preference, and you notice it when you hop out of this truck and you hop into a same type of truck, but with a road tire on it. Otherwise, the truck has a very smooth ride. It handles really well, and it's comfortable on the road. I do wish that the truck had navigation. It does have the 8-inch screen, and I know I can always share my phone's navigation via Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but I do wish it just had factory navigation in it. And this is the same gripe I've had of both Ford and Ram in terms of their trucks. Just put it in. If you're going to put the 8-inch screen in, it would be nice just to have navigation baked into it, because it does give you better situational awareness to understand where you are in terms of where the city is or what you're trying to find. And I think that the convenience it adds is definitely worth just including as part of the system. Now, one thing I really like about this truck, as well as the GMC and the other 2019 Chevy and GMC trucks I've driven, are the headlights. They've done a fantastic job getting a tremendous amount of lighting out of the front on the road. It really lights up the road well at night, and you don't feel as if there's dark spots or areas that you can't see. And I think that that's just one of those things people expect, especially with these nicer LED and HID lighting systems. But this does a really good job illuminating the path ahead of you, and it does great at night. So I think that people will definitely appreciate that, especially if you're on long road trips at night. You know, some people may say that this truck is lacking features that it needs, but I don't think so. I really enjoy the simplicity of what this truck does include. Just like when I drove that Ram 2500 Longhorn Edition, I felt that it was very well suited for most buyers. It has a lot of the technology people want, like the reverse camera, the trailer camera, as well as the larger screen, comfortable seats, Bluetooth audio, steering wheel controls, four-wheel drive. It had the things people are craving saving in vehicles, and it wasn't really sacrificing things that I think people absolutely need to drive a truck. I think most people will really appreciate this package, especially considering the fact that you can get a Trail Boss four-wheel drive package for under $55,000 that's very well equipped. Now, in terms of performance, the 5.3 liter, which pumps out 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque, performs well. I haven't felt the need for a larger engine. I don't feel like it's lacking any power at all. The thing really takes off well when you hit the throttle. It sounds good. It's not too loud inside of the cab. The cab muffles and mutes it very well. But overall, it has a tremendous amount of performance for the size of V8 it is. And I've gotten reasonable fuel economy. So over the past 4 days that I've been driving this truck, I've averaged about 14.5 miles per gallon in the city and about 17.5 miles per gallon on the highway, which isn't too far off from the claimed 15 miles per gallon city and 20 miles per gallon highway. Another thing that's really great about this is the brakes. They work absolutely great. Anyways, I just wanted to give you all a recap of my driving impressions of this truck, the things I like, some things that could be a little bit better. Overall, though, I really like it. I think it's priced perfectly. I think that most people will probably be able to get into one of these trucks for the mid to low $40,000 price range, and I think that is a really good price for everything that you're getting with this 2019 Silverado Trail Boss. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again real soon.